And so the notion that there's method in the madness, so to speak, may not actually hold good.
Well, I'm not sure it ever was accurate. In fact, I remember very vividly once being in a green room of a TV show with Chris Christie, at the time still Donald Trump's sort of friend and advisor, before they famously kind of broke up during COVID when Trump almost killed him. But Christie, I've always thought, is one of the sort of better Trump whisperers. And he was listening to a couple other guests kind of talk about Trump's strategy and this, that, and the other thing. And he just couldn't help himself. And he interrupted. He said, "Listen, you guys don't understand. Donald Trump is not playing chess. He's not playing checkers even. This man has no strategy. He's just trying to get through the next 10 minutes of his day." And so I've always kept that in mind. But I do think this question is very legitimate, of course. Trump is the oldest president at this point in his term, and he is pushing 80 years old. It's very clear that by any kind of metrics you might throw against it, a man who never was all that coherent in the English language and in his political speeches has had an even harder time expressing himself. I mean, it was true in Trump 1.0 that if you listen to Trump, you would have a hard time finding a noun and a verb and a period. But what is happening now, as you pointed out, Lionel, is that he's talking longer and longer. People have measured this. The average length of his rally speeches ballooned from 2016 to 2020 to 2024. That's something that experts on seniors will say is very, very common. He's having a harder time regulating himself. He uses swear words in public much more often. Again, a sign of someone who's just having a harder time imposing any kind of self discipline on what he's doing and saying in public. And it's obvious too that he's more and more governed by whims and unchecked by people surrounding him. So some of it, I believe, is the kind of administration he has in his second term, as opposed to the kinds of people he had surrounding him in the first term. These are sycophants and enablers who are apparently unwilling to challenge him on most major issues. But it's also true that Trump visibly looks old